Cheating fiancé asked me to take her back after AP threw her on the curb. I don't know what to think or feel. I am both extremely confused and angry. I go between fits of extreme depression and anger over what a fool I have been, and who this person really was. My fiancé, F27, of 2.5 years, and I, M36, were laid off last year. I had a very demanding job and worked long hours. I saved so we were not struggling, and we spent the last year traveling, spending time together, and falling what I thought deeper in love. Since then I have turned down many jobs if they meant I had to relocate due to her restrictions from her prior divorce. I wanted to be with her and her 2 kids, and honestly that's all that mattered to me. At the beginning of March we were both stressed out, and I have been trying to have deeper conversations about the future and our plans, which she stressed over. She says she has extreme anxiety. I told her I would watch her kids, and she could go out with her friends to a concert she had mentioned she wanted to go to. She went, texted me the whole time, and came home that night. When she got home she was plastered out of her mind, extremely sloppy, drunk, and messy. The next day she was acting weird and never said a word about the concert. No pic, no videos, not even really any details other than basics. All out of the norm for her. I knew who she went with, and I did know a guy who was the cousin of the 3 friends. I found it weird that over the next week no one mentioned anything about this night. It's like it never happened and nobody would acknowledge who went or what they did. At a birthday dinner for her grandmother, she told me the guy who went with them to the concert bought her and her sister tickets to another event. I got angry, said it was not okay. After dinner, I left to go to my house. Since her divorce has special rules, we have to maintain 2 households, hers and mine. She spends Thursday through Sunday with me and Monday through Wednesday at her place. I got on Facebook for the first time since 2007 and found the guy. I messaged him and asked why he bought my fiancé tickets to an event. He denied even knowing her. I had proof he picked her up in his truck the night of the concert and text where they all said they were going out. Still denied everything and started to threaten me, my life, and tell me he has connections. I confronted her again in person at her house. She basically admitted he had a wife and kids, that he shouldn't have gone, and she couldn't show me anything cause he demanded they delete everything. I told her she needed to figure out what she wanted. Come clean or end things and move on. The entire next week I only occasionally heard from her, and I finally made the decision for her. I gathered everything in my house that was hers and told her to come to get it. I had been through this before, and we were breaking up. Since that happened, the wife has contacted me several times. I know divorce is nasty and individuals often attempt to make themselves seem better, but what she said rattled me. M37 was a human dumpster fire. There were tracks when he indicated he was out of town for business, and then spent almost a week at her residence. That I couldn't do of her divorce order. He has repeatedly massaged my face and threatened not to speak to or give his wife anything. He texts my ex, and she acts as a hype guy. He keeps giving me images and telling me I ducked up and he'll make her shine like they're an Instagram pair. She's returned to grab her things. She came in 2 or 3 times to chat to me. She broke down and cried, saying she misses me. She said she screwed up and wants me back. She asked about my family and whether I missed her. After that, she informed me he moved in, cursed her out for talking to me, and is cruel to the kids and others. The wife informed me her sister stated I'm not suited for her, and that she would feel uneasy with me after all the stuff she talked about me. This man also buys them stuff, so she didn't want to lose tickets to events. And I implored her not to listen to her 19-year-old sister. She departed on good terms, and I hoped she'd seen sense. The following day she was enraged at me, refusing to give me back money she borrowed from me, and how I was destroying her life with him. I'm worried about her and the kids because of this guy. And he, M37, continuously stalks her, wanting to know where she is and who she is with. He has been texting her and the kids, threatening them, asking who they are with and where they are. Years apart from her friends and family. He has renal problems, heart failure, hearing loss, and diabetes. He'd been married 3 times before, and had served 6 years for pill usage and selling. It continues on. He's a genius at mind tricks, and I know it's going to become worse for her. A man's actual self always shines through. All I can think about is who is this person, and how did I fall in love, and spend 2.5 years with someone who transformed in an instant. We had literally spent the week before vowing to spend the rest of our lives together. We've been trying for a year, with many ups and downs. It would have been my first child, and I was devastated. I'm totally lost. She's the second person I've actually loved, and I trusted her and her kids completely. To deceive me after all our discussions about her ex and her history of being cheated on makes me wonder how stupid I am. Why would I want to do this with anybody else? This is how fine men and women lose hope, stop caring, and exploit others for sex. Update. To quote something I once heard, the difference between truth and fiction is that fiction has to make sense. I have cut contact with her, blocked her, and am trying to get over her. The bizarre aspects of this is why I am so shocked and why it has been so hard moving on. I had to cancel most of our planned trips. It's her birthday week, so I have had to scramble to get people to go to a concert on her birthday with me and prepare to Disney in Florida by myself for spring break this next week. I still miss her with everything I have, but her actions don't meet her words, and I'm not going to deal with the narcissists again. Story 2. Kicked out my girlfriend after a night of drinking with guys. I, 24M, booted out a 5-year-old girlfriend, 24F, for not arriving home till 9:30 a.m. That's afternoon all, first post, hope it's okay. We've been dating for 5 years. She recently went out with her girlfriend 27F for Friday night drinks and refused to invite me. We just moved here, and she has old friends and relatives here. Normally, when I went out with friends, she was always invited. But she's not me, and individuals are different. She avoids me all night by stating she'll be somewhere else when I come with my pals. After a few too many, I'm a lightweight, I feel like a duck and leave home, while she continues with her buddies. Except this time she goes out till 9:30 a.m., and then comes home and apologizes for messing up and staying over at her friend's boyfriend's, don't know his age, but he's a man place. Why would she get out of the taxi to third wheel it with her buddy and her boyfriend? Maybe this entire thing is a cover for whatever she was truly doing. This narrative is a colander full of holes. I evicted her from our apartment, and she spent the previous 2 nights with her folks. I told her she couldn't ignore me. She stated she wouldn't go out without me and wouldn't drink for a few months if necessary. What type of connection is that? So I told her to go. Now I miss her and am unsure whether to welcome her back or whether I was too harsh. Do I hold firm and hope she returns, or do I give up and let her come home? My brain is a jumble, my job is hurting, and I just know I miss her, but she screwed up, and I'm not sure I trust her narrative. A few months ago, she went to the beach late at night with her ex-boyfriend, 27M, and a female colleague, who we'll call Susie for anonymity, and returned with no pants, only underwear, and his shirt wrapped around her waist after I begged her to come home for hours over the phone, seriously considered suicide, called my mom overseas, asked her to wire me some flight money. The following day I got to the airport when my girlfriend phoned to say she didn't believe I should leave, and that she felt we could still be friends. To be fair, her trousers were torn before I raced away, but it's still not right. They had a bizarre love triangle in college where the ex-boyfriend cheated on my girlfriend with this Susie, but now they're almost best friends. I began out with them but left after the ex said he was better for her and Susie said my girlfriend was confused and didn't know what she wanted. If we were out with her ex, she pledged not to see him anymore to safeguard our relationship, and I believe she has kept her word. Our connection has since improved, or so I thought. Susie is a nice-looking girl who is unemployed and lives with her parents. I agree she's great to date, but I'm not sure why my girlfriend still does. I'm not sure whether that matters, however my girlfriend is attractive, and has been wanting me to propose for some time. As a result of the relocation, I've gained a few pounds and lost some muscle mass, but I'm steadily losing the fat and have got a nice job here. Please be kind since I'm in a semi-vulnerable position and haven't told anybody yet, so I felt it'd be better to discuss online anonymously.